Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here, basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. City creation, basically, we are discussing one of the topic that is vitamin creation. So, one of the person told that, yeah, vitamin. What actually vitamin means? So, vitamin basically contains this topic also, basically. So, one of the satellite person asked the question basically. Sunil, basically, you know this much basically, lots of things basically you know, and that also basically up to very deep level basically. Then also you are not getting the job basically. So one of the person asked the question basically, have you got the job basically? One of the person basically asked the question basically. Then Sunil Arna told that no basically, still basically I have not got the job in software company basically. So one of the person told that basically, that means some big basically India need basically. One of the person tell that also basically. So one of the person told that what basically, how basically India understand the thing basically. How basically India understands the way basically. So one of the satellite group basically very old people basically is told that basically India only understand this language basically. If any of the state basically will end in a basically assume that basically any of the state basically from this list basically. That is this list basically. Any of the state will end basically from this list basically. Then that day only Sunil Nair will get the job in software company basically. So one of the person told that basically that how basically this can be possible here basically. So satellite told that basically don't worry, we will do it basically. So Sunil Nair told that basically we don't know anything satellite basically. We basically just know this thing basically, that is this image basically which is getting display in front of the us basically. So you can basically see the image basically, that is this image basically, you can see this image. So different color basically, that are different states basically. There are around more than 36 to 37 states basically in India basically. So one state will enter basically, then Sunilar Nair will get the job automatically. Then basically one of the satellite person told that basically, if Sunil somebody basically gets this video basically, and they basically you are basically uploading in YouTube basically, if anybody Indian government basically, that are the Kattar group basically, Indian group basically, who will basically listen this video basically and see this video, then basically they might create problem to you basically, they might kill you also basically. Then Sunil Arnay told that basically after killing Sunil if for example somebody killed Sunil Arnay basically, so immediately basically Sunil Arnay told that basically immediately end the entire India country, and one more thing basically, finish the entire Indian nationality also from the world basically, and first finish Kerala basically. First finish Kerala, after that finish the entire India basically. Because due to Kerala basically Sunilar Nair is not getting the job basically. So one of the person told that actually you are supposed to leave India long before basically, because India country is not for you basically. You are supposed to leave India long before basically. India is not basically for you basically. India is not basically for you basically. So the group who actually not exited you basically from India basically, due to that basically the India country will end and Indian nationality is going to end basically. That was basically the word from satellite group basically. That was the word from the satellite group. So one of the person told that basically, if we end one state only basically, then satellite, one of the satellite person told that basically, that is this basically. One of the design, if we whatever things basically is getting display basically, if you will end like this basically, I will tell basically how basically this will end means what actually that I will tell you. End means this basically. End means what basically. So one of the person told the end means what. For example, Sunilar Nair basically in Gujarat. So this state will get disappear basically from map basically. So this is end basically. And after end basically Sunil R Nair will get the job basically. After end basically Sunil R Nair basically will get the job. Because in India basically in the Raj of Narendra Damodar Modi basically, the Pakistanis basically are getting the job. The Bangladeshis are getting the job basically. But Indian group basically are not getting the job basically. That is basically Narendra Damodar Modi's rule basically. So one of the person told that basically you are telling this many bad about the Prime Minister basically. So if any Prime Minister group will create problem to you basically, then Sunil R Nair told that basically immediate after, for example, one of the Prime Minister group basically ended Sunil R Nair basically. So Sunil R Nair told to satellite that basically immediately end India country and Indian nationality across the world basically. Don't wait for second also basically. For example, some Sunil R Nair basically is going for some interview, or basically Sunil R Nair basically is going for job, or basically riding the bike, or basically going in auto rickshaw, or basically Sunil R Nair is sleeping, and suddenly basically Sunil R Nair end. Suddenly will assume that basically Sunil R Nair basically died basically. So immediately finish the India also basically. First finish Kerala basically. First finish Kerala state. After that basically you can finish the entire state basically. And then basically finish the entire Indian nationality. That this should happen just within half second basically. After ending Sunil R Nair basically. But this is must basically. Don't forget this basically. So this was basically the word from Sunil R Nair to satellite group basically. This basically everything basically happened due to what basically? Just for one job basically, which is software company basically that are not giving job to Sunil R Nair basically. That is this group basically. That is this group basically. That is this group basically. This is the king of the India basically, who is actually Sindhi basically, but he basically has kept themselves safe basically by telling that basically I am not Sindhi basically, I am Parsi basically. So like this basically has kept themselves safe basically. And he is playing the role of the TCS owner basically also. Lots of people says whether it is correct or I don't know. So like this Infosys basically is created by TCS. IBM basically I think it's old than the TCS basically. And that basically everybody knows basically. Then Persistent is there, Hexaware is there. So this all basically are the group basically will be responsible for Indian nationality and India country and from this earth planet. So this was the word basically from Sunil R Nair to the satellite group basically. By chance basically Sunil R Nair ended basically while not getting the job basically, and he basically trying for job, and then basically he not got the job basically in software company. Then immediately basically end India country plus Indian nationality from this world basically. That also within 30 seconds basically. Within 30 seconds basically you have, or basically you can say within 20 seconds basically. Or basically you can take within 10 seconds basically. Or basically take 10 seconds basically. That also will be okay basically. So within 10 seconds basically end the entire India country, and then basically end the entire Indian nationality. And there are basically one of the satellite person told that basically we have many equipment basically. From that basically we will end the entire Indian nationality only basically from this world basically. That also within 10 seconds basically. So you can just imagine basically the satellite group basically told that within 10 seconds basically they can end the entire Indian nationality. So you can just imagine basically how the things are basically mapped. This everything is going to happen due to these software companies basically, that are TCS is number one software company of Hindustan. Then basically the Infosys is number second company. Then basically the IBM is there. Then Tech Mahindra is there. And lots of Russian companies are also basically there connected with TCS group basically. Then Wipro basically, that is Ajim ji, Prem ji, Anand ji, so like this basically name is the owner of the name basically. That exactly I don't know what is the name. Then also we will search basically Wipro owner